All right, so get ready because today we're diving deep into some seriously fascinating facts
Okay.
from BBC's Science Focus magazine.
I love that magazine.
Me too. It's got some good stuff.
Yeah.
We're talking about those everyday things you think you know.
Uh-huh.
But trust me, there's always more to the story.
I bet.
We're going to uncover some surprising truths behind everything from clouds
Okay.
to giraffes
Right.
and even whether water is actually wet.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so first up.
All right.
Have you ever just looked up at a fluffy cloud and thought, that thing weighs 1,000,000 tons?
1,000,000 tons.
Seriously, 1,000,000 tons.
Wow.
How does something that massive just hang out up there?
Yeah, how it's all about density.
Density.
Yeah, like imagine a boat floating on water.
Okay.
The boat itself might be heavy, but it displaces enough water to create buoyancy.
Buoyancy, okay.
Clouds work in a similar way.
So they're like,
Their density is actually slightly lower than the air surrounding them.
oh, interesting.
About 0.4% lower.
Really? That little?
Yeah, to be exact. But that tiny difference allows them to float,
Wow.
despite their mind-boggling weight.
So it's not about defying gravity. It's about playing the density game.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
It is.
All right, this next one might make you rethink hanging out with certain long-necked friends.
Okay, long-necked friends, let's see.
Apparently, giraffes are 30 times more likely to get struck by lightning than humans.
Oh, wow. Is that right?
It is.
That statistic can be a bit misleading, though.
Okay.
While it's true that giraffes are more prone to lightning strikes than humans,
Mm-hmm.
it's important to consider the context.
Okay, so context.
Between 1996 and 2010,
Mm-hmm.
there were only 5 recorded instances of giraffes being fatally struck by lightning.
5 too many, if you ask me.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Right.
During that same period, the global giraffe population was only around 140,000.
Oh, so it's a relatively small number.
Exactly. This means the actual likelihood of a giraffe being struck by lightning is still incredibly low.
Huh.
The number appears high simply because their population is much smaller compared to humans.
Oh, so it's a numbers game.
Pretty much.
Not some cosmic vendetta against giraffes.
No, not that we know of.
Still, if I find myself in a thunderstorm,
Yeah,
I'm steering clear of any tall, lanky creatures, just in case.
probably a wise move.
Okay, this next fact might burst the bubble of anyone who's ever dreamt of pulling a sneaky twin switcheroo.
Oh, I love this one.
Turns out, identical twins don't have identical fingerprints.
What?
I know, crazy, right?
You'd think with identical DNA,
Yeah,
they'd have identical everything.
right.
But fingerprints aren't just about genes.
So what else is there?
They're shaped by tiny environmental differences during development.
Like what?
Things like the length of the umbilical cord,
Okay.
the position of the fetus in the womb,
Mm-hmm.
even how quickly their fingers grow. All these factors create unique variations
Really?
in the ridges and whorls of their fingerprints.
So even though they start with the same blueprint,
Uh-huh.
their individual experiences in the womb add those tiny, unique details.
Exactly. It's amazing, isn't it?
That's pretty amazing.
It is. And it's a good reminder that even in biology,
Yeah,
seemingly small variations can have significant consequences.
absolutely. Now let's zoom out from tiny fingerprints to the grand old Earth itself.
Okay, the Earth's...
Ever feel like the days are getting longer?
Sometimes.
Well, you might not be imagining things because the Earth's rotation
Oh, yeah,
is actually slowing down
It's true.
over time.
It's happening very gradually, though,
Okay.
at a rate of about 1.8 seconds per century.
1.8 seconds, huh?
But think about it.
Okay.
600 million years ago,
Mm-hmm.
a day on Earth lasted only 21 hours.
So dinosaurs were running around with 5 extra hours in their day.
It seems so.
No wonder they ruled the world.
That's right.
I'm curious, if the Earth keeps slowing down at this rate,
Will we eventually have 25-hour days?
that's a great question.
And what would that mean for, everything?
It gets to the heart of why this seemingly simple fact is so significant.
Okay.
While a 25-hour day might be millions of years away,
Right.
the slowing rotation does have implications.
Like what?
It affects our timekeeping systems,
Okay.
tidal patterns,
Mhm.
even the long-term evolution of life on Earth.
Wow.
It's a reminder that even the most fundamental aspects of our planet are in constant flux.
That's wild. All right, buckle up because this next one
Okay.
is straight out of a sci-fi movie.
All right.
Our brains are constantly eating themselves.
Eating themselves.
Yes,
It sounds a bit freaky.
I know.
I know, but this process, called phagocytosis,
Phagocytosis.
is actually a crucial part of maintaining a healthy brain.
Okay, so explain this to me.
So specialized cells called phagocytes,
Phagocytes?
they go around engulfing and digesting old, damaged, or unnecessary cells and molecules. So it's like our brains have their own little garbage disposal system,
He's at it.
keeping things tidy and efficient.
That's a great way to put it.
So it's a good thing.
It is. This process helps protect gray matter
Okay.
and ensures our brains are functioning optimally.
Okay.
It's a constant cycle of breaking down and rebuilding.
So that's how our brain stays healthy.
Exactly. Essential for keeping our mental gears turning smoothly.
It's fascinating how our bodies have these intricate systems working behind the scenes.
I know, and some big.
Keeping everything running.
Uh-huh.
Okay, ready for a slightly less glamorous but equally intriguing fact.
Always.
We're talking about fossilized dinosaur poop.
Fossilized? Ew.
I know, but also kind of cool.
Yeah, okay.
Paleontologists call them coprolites.
Coprolites, okay.
A treasure trove of information.
Really?
The largest one ever found measured over 30 centimeters long
30 centimeters.
and had a volume of over 2 liters.
That's huge.
Imagine stumbling upon that on a hike.
Oh my God.
Scientists believe it belonged to a Tyrannosaurus rex.
T-Rex poop.
Yep, and it's offering amazing insights
Into.
into the diet and digestive system of these prehistoric giants.
I see that.
I'm picturing a prehistoric porta potty situation.
Uh-huh.
But seriously, it's incredible how something, well, so unappealing
I know, right?
can hold so many clues about the past.
It goes to show you can find valuable information in the most unexpected places.
That's for sure.
From these fossilized droppings, scientists have discovered all sorts of things,
Like what?
like the types of plants dinosaurs ate,
Oh, wow.
the parasites that lived in their guts,
Oh.
even clues about the climate they lived in.
It's like a whole lost world, preserved, and, well, you get the picture.
Uh-huh, exactly.
And it speaks to the power of scientific curiosity.
Absolutely.
Never underestimate what we can learn from even the most seemingly insignificant remnants of the past.
That's so true.
Well said. Now let's journey from the prehistoric past to the vast expanse of the cosmos.
The cosmos.
And
Okay.
did you know that the average color of the universe is actually a beige-like shade?
Beige.
Beige?
Hmm.
Called cosmic latte?
Cosmic latte. Haha. That's a good one.
It does have a certain ring to it, doesn't it?
It does.
Sounds like a drink you'd find at a trendy interstellar coffee shop.
Right.
In 2002, a group of astronomers averaged the light coming from a massive sample of galaxies.
Wow.
The result, this subtle beige hue,
Huh.
very close to white, which they dubbed cosmic latte.
I love it.
So if we could zoom out and
Mhm.
see the entire universe as one giant canvas,
Yeah.
it would be this creamy latte color.
That's kind of beautiful.
It is, in a cosmic sort of way.
It is.
What do you think it means?
It might seem like a trivial fact,
Yeah.
but it speaks to the interconnectedness of everything.
Oh, I like that.
All the stars,
Mm-hmm.
galaxies,
Yeah.
nebulae, their light blending together
Wow.
to create this universal hue.
It makes you think about our place in the grand scheme of things, doesn't it?
It really does.
I love it. Okay, prepare yourself for another mind bender.
Hit me.
We're about to talk about how different animals experience the passage of time.
Oh, time. That's interesting.
Studies have shown that smaller animals, like salamanders and lizards,
Right.
actually perceive time more slowly than larger animals, like cats and dogs.
Yeah, so they see things in slow motion.
You could say that.
That's amazing.
It has to do with the speed at which their brains process information.
Oh, that makes sense.
Wow, that's incredible.
It is.
Imagine seeing the world from a lizard's perspective.
Yeah.
Everything would seem so drawn out and relaxed.
I wonder if our human perception of time is the most accurate,
Hmm.
or just one version of reality among many.
What do you think? That's a question that could keep me up all night.
It's a good one.
It really highlights how much we still don't know about the world
Yeah,
and how different creatures experience it.
absolutely. And that brings us to a question that sure sparks some debate.
Ooh, a debate. I like it. Lay it on me.
Is water actually wet?
Wait, what? Isn't that like the definition of water?
It's more nuanced than you might think.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Scientists define wetness as the ability of a liquid to adhere to a solid surface.
Okay.
So by that definition,
Mm-hmm.
water itself isn't wet.
What?
It's what makes other things wet.
Okay, you officially broke my brain with that one.
I told you it was a good one.
So water makes things wet,
Yes,
but it isn't wet itself.
exactly.
That's like saying fire is hot but doesn't feel heat.
It's all about how we define these seemingly simple concepts.
Okay.
Sometimes digging deeper reveals a whole new level of complexity.
Yeah,
And that's what makes science so fascinating.
I completely agree.
It challenges our assumptions and forces us to see the world in new ways.
Absolutely. Okay, last one for this round.
Okay, last one.
Prepare to be amazed.
I'm ready.
If you stacked all the bacteria in the world end to end,
Okay.
it would stretch for a mind-blowing 10 billion light years.
10 billion.
Light years.
Wow.
To put that into perspective, these tiny microbes,
Mhm.
which measure just 0.001 millimeters long,
Tiny.
could wrap around our Milky Way galaxy over 20,000 times.
That's incredible.
I'm getting a serious case of cosmic vertigo just thinking about that.
I know, right?
It's incredible how something so small can have such a massive combined presence in the universe.
It really underscores the sheer scale and diversity of life on Earth.
It really does.
From the tiniest bacteria to the largest whales.
Yeah.
Every living thing has its place in this grand, interconnected web.
And to think, we've only just scratched the surface of this deep dive.
I know, right?
We've covered a lot of ground,
So much.
but there's still so much more to explore.
Definitely.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back
Okay.
to delve even deeper into these fascinating facts.
I can't wait.
Me neither.
Welcome back.
All right, so
I don't know about you,
yeah.
but after that last round of facts,
Yeah.
I'm feeling a sense of awe
Me too.
at the sheer scale and wonder of it all.
It's amazing how these seemingly simple facts
I know, right?
can lead to such profound realizations.
Definitely.
And we're not done yet.
No, we're not.
There's still so much more to unpack.
Let's dive back in.
Okay, I have to admit, I'm still thinking about those giraffes and lightning.
Oh, the giraffes, yeah.
Is there something specific about their physiology that makes them more susceptible to strikes?
It's less about their physiology
Okay.
and more about physics, really.
Okay, physics.
Giraffes tend to inhabit wide open spaces,
Yo, I could.
like savanna,
Yeah, okay.
where they often become the tallest things around.
Right?
This makes them prime targets for lightning,
Oh.
which seeks the path of least resistance to the ground,
So they're like giant lightning rods.
essentially.
Wow.
But it's not like they're constantly being struck.
Right.
Lightning strikes are still relatively rare,
Okay.
and giraffes do have some features
Yeah.
that might offer a bit of protection,
Okay.
like their thick skin and long legs.
So maybe that helps a little?
It might.
Well, that's slightly reassuring, though I'm
No.
still not planning any giraffe-themed picnics during a thunderstorm.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay, shifting gears to something a bit more internal.
All right, internal, okay.
We talked earlier about our brains constantly eating themselves,
Yeah, phagocytosis.
which frankly still kind of freaks me out.
I get it.
What happens if that process goes wrong?
That's a really important question.
It is.
Because while phagocytosis is generally a good thing,
Right.
there are cases where it can become dysregulated.
Dysregulated, meaning
For instance, in neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's,
Alzheimer's.
phagocytes
Those would be.
can start attacking healthy brain cells,
Oh, no.
leading to cognitive decline.
So it's like the cleanup crew goes rogue
I like that.
and starts demolishing the whole house instead of just taking out the trash.
That's a great analogy.
And it highlights why scientists are so interested in understanding the intricacies of phagocytosis.
Absolutely.
If we can figure out how to regulate this process,
It could have huge implications for treating those devastating diseases.
it would be groundbreaking.
It's incredible how something happening at the cellular level
I know.
can have such a huge impact on our health and well-being.
It's amazing.
Okay, let's lighten things up a bit
Okay.
and go back to the wonderful world of fossilized dinosaur poop.
Back to the poop. Haha.
What other fascinating things have scientists learned from these prehistoric treasures?
Oh, where do I even begin?
Give me some highlights.
Coprolites have revealed so much about the lives of dinosaurs.
Okay.
For example, some contain the remnants of ancient insects,
Insects.
suggesting that certain dinosaurs might have been insectivores.
So they didn't all eat meat.
Not all of them, no.
Interesting.
We've also found evidence of parasitic worms,
Parasitic worms, ew.
which gives us insights into the health challenges these creatures faced.
It's like a time capsule of prehistoric life.
It really is.
Who knew poop could be so informative?
It's amazing, right? You know, I'm starting to think we should give paleontologists a new title.
Haha. What's that?
Poopologists.
Poopologists? I'll be sure to pass that along to the scientific community.
Please do.
But jokes aside,
Yeah.
the study of coprolites highlights the incredible ingenuity of scientists
For sure.
and their ability to extract knowledge from the most unexpected sources.
Speaking of unexpected sources of knowledge,
Okay.
let's talk about that cosmic latte.
Cosmic latte, yes.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the idea that the universe has an average color.
It's strange, isn't it?
It is. How did scientists even figure that out?
It involved analyzing the light
Okay.
emitted by a vast number of galaxies.
Wow.
They used a technique called spectroscopy,
Zetoscopy. Okay.
which allows them to break down light into its different wavelengths,
Okay.
much like a prism splitting sunlight into a rainbow.
Oh, so they basically took a cosmic rainbow
Yeah,
and blended all the colors together.
exactly.
That's why.
By averaging the intensity of each wavelength, they arrived at a composite color
Okay.
that represents the overall light emitted by the observable universe.
So that color,
Yes.
as we learned, is a beige-ish hue they call cosmic latte.
Cosmic latte.
It's fascinating to think
Right.
that even in the vastness of space, there's a sense of order and underlying principles at play.
It's all connected.
Okay, this next one is seriously mind-blowing.
Right, bring it on.
We talked earlier about how different animals perceive time,
Yeah.
with smaller animals experiencing it more slowly.
Right.
Is there a limit to how slow or fast an animal can perceive time?
That's a great question.
Like, could there be a creature out there that sees the world in super slow motion?
That's a good one. Well, we don't have a definitive answer.
Okay,
We know there's a wide range of time perception across the animal kingdom.
I bet.
For example, some insects
Okay.
have been shown to react to stimuli much faster than humans,
Really?
suggesting they might perceive time more quickly.
Like they're living life on fast forward. Whoa, that's both amazing and a little terrifying.
I know, right?
It really makes you wonder what it would be like to experience the world through their eyes.
It's a humbling reminder
Yeah,
of how diverse life on Earth truly is,
for sure.
and how each species has evolved its own unique way
Right.
of perceiving and interacting with the world.
This whole deep dive has been a whirlwind of incredible information.
It really has.
From the microscopic world of bacteria
Yeah.
to the vastness of the universe.
It's mind-blowing.
It's clear that there's always more to learn and discover.
Absolutely. And that's what makes the pursuit of knowledge so endlessly fascinating.
Agreed.
It's not about having all the answers,
Right.
but rather about embracing the questions
Yeah.
and constantly seeking a deeper understanding.
Well said. Now, before we wrap up this epic journey through amazing facts,
Okay.
I want to revisit that mind-bending concept of animal time perception.
Oh, yeah, time perception.
If animals experience time differently, what does that tell us about the nature of time itself?
Wow.
Is time a constant, or is it relative to the observer?
Those are some deep philosophical questions
They are.
that have puzzled scientists and philosophers for centuries.
I bet.
And while we may not have definitive answers,
Right.
it's through asking these questions
Hmm.
that we continue to push the boundaries of human knowledge.
Okay, we've gone from fun facts to existential crisis in record time.
Uh-huh. It happens.
That's the beauty of a good deep dive, right?
It is.
We start with a simple question
Yeah.
and end up contemplating the very fabric of reality.
It's all interconnected, isn't it?
It is.
Every fact,
Yeah.
every discovery
Yeah.
leads to new questions
Right.
and a deeper understanding.
It makes you think.
It does.
And that's what makes this journey of exploration so endlessly fascinating.
Absolutely.
It's amazing, isn't it?
What is?
How something as small as a bacterium can make you feel so insignificant
Oh, yeah.
in the grand scheme of things.
Definitely.
If all the bacteria in the world could stretch across the universe,
Mhm.
what does that say about our place in it all?
It's a humbling thought, isn't it? It reminds us that there's a whole universe of life and matter
Right.
existing beyond our immediate perception.
And just because we can't see it
Right.
or fully understand it
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's not important.
Exactly.
Speaking of important,
Okay.
we'd be remiss not to mention the crucial role bacteria play in our everyday lives.
Absolutely.
I mean, we often think of bacteria as the bad guys,
Yeah.
but they're actually essential for a whole lot of good stuff, too.
They really are. Bacteria are the unsung heroes of our world.
How so?
Well, they break down organic matter,
Okay.
help plants grow,
Yeah.
and even play a key role in our digestion.
It's true. Remember, there are more bacterial cells in our bodies than human cells.
It's crazy, isn't it?
We're walking ecosystems.
We really are.
Whoa, now that's a fact I'm never going to forget.
It's pretty wild.
It's amazing to think that these tiny organisms,
Mm-hmm.
invisible to the naked eye,
Right.
are so vital to our existence.
Absolutely. It really highlights the interconnectedness of all living things.
So true.
Everything has its role to play,
Yeah.
from the smallest bacterium to the largest whale.
And when we disrupt that delicate balance,
Yeah,
there can be consequences.
big time.
So what can we do to make sure we're treating our bacterial buddies right?
What?
Besides, washing our hands and all that good stuff.
Of course, of course.
What else?
Well, a healthy diet can certainly help.
Okay, a healthy diet.
But it's also about being mindful of the bacteria around us.
Okay, so being mindful, how?
For example, did you know that spending time in nature can actually boost the diversity of good bacteria in your gut?
Wait, seriously, so getting my hands dirty in the garden is actually doing me a favor?
It is. It's all about finding that balance.
Balance?
We need to respect bacteria,
Okay.
both the good and the bad,
Yeah.
and learn to coexist with them in a way that benefits everyone.
It's all about that symbiotic relationship.
Exactly.
This whole deep dive has been a wild ride.
I know, right?
We've covered so much ground.
From the weight of clouds to the color of the universe and the mind-boggling world of bacteria.
It's been a lot.
And have.
What's the one fact that stuck with you the most?
For me, it's the idea that animals experience time differently.
Time perception. Yeah.
It's such a mind-bending concept, and it really challenges our assumptions about the nature of reality.
It does make you think.
It makes you wonder, what other aspects of our perception are we taking for granted?
Right.
What else are we missing out on?
It's true. It's a thought-provoking fact that really stays with you long after you hear it.
And that's the power of a deep dive.
It is.
It's not just about learning new facts. It's about expanding our understanding of the world and questioning everything we thought we knew.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So as we wrap up this episode of The Deep Dive,
Yeah.
we encourage you to keep that sense of wonder alive.
Keep wondering.
Keep exploring. Keep asking questions.
Keep learning.
And never stop being amazed by the incredible world around us.
It's an amazing world out there.
Until next time, stay curious.
Stay curious.